I'm a god, I'm a real lord. Who you think the billboard was built for?
So today is a good day. I've got a lot to talk about in this video, and I also have sneakers here. Two things that I ordered over the weekend. One from Adidas, the other from Eastbay. So we're gonna get into everything right now. As a lot of you know, new Yeezys dropped on Saturday. They hit a lot of different websites, Eastbay being one of them. And I'll tell you what, man, I have never been able to cop anything off of Eastbay ever. Like, ever. As far as hyped up stuff goes, you know. So I got some 350s here. These are the newest Yeezy to drop. The Beluga 2.0 colorway. And these are looking pretty nice, man. These are looking really nice. I gotta compare these to my other Beluga sneakers, the 1.0s, in a second. I will definitely do that. I did not think that this gray color was gonna be so like charcoal grayish. I thought it was gonna be a little bit lighter than it is. Realistically, if there's not gonna be a new updated 350 model dropping, then the colorway on this V2 model needs to be amazing. And I do like these. They're just so similar to the 1.0. But the main reason I wanted to talk about getting these from Eastbay is because I feel like I figured out some little trick you can try when you're trying to cop Yeezys from them or any other hyped up release. Because for me, you know, I only go manual. I don't mess with bots because the sneaker's not that important to me. I feel like if I went and I bought a bot to buy a Yeezy sneaker or something like that and I didn't get it, I would feel terrible. I would definitely feel away because, you know, a bot isn't free. A lot of people will buy those. I just wouldn't be able to deal with that letdown because it feels shady. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm copying a sneaker, because there is a little bit of fun and an adrenaline rush when you're trying to cop a pair of these, and that's coming from someone that struck out on a lot. You know, I've only been able to cop a few Yeezys online, and like, by a few, I mean, I think only one. I think I've only been able to get one pair of Yeezys online. But getting back to Eastbay and the method that I used to get these, typically I would select my size, I would use the mouse, and I would just hit add to cart, and it would tell you unable to add to cart, already in other people's carts, and it just wouldn't work. And then I would try that again with the mouse, and then I would try that again with the mouse, over and over, and I would try that like maybe 15 or 16 times, and then I'd be like, ah, forget it. Like, I'm not even messing with Eastbay. Typical situation. But what I did this time was I deleted the quantity range and then I added it back. So I put 1 in and then I hit enter a million times. I didn't wait for it to tell me that it couldn't add to cart. I literally smashed on the enter button a bunch of times. And when I did that, it brought me to my cart, right? My cart was empty for whatever reason, but the fact that I was able to even look into my cart, I was like, huh, that's interesting. I went back, I did the exact same thing, and then sure enough, it was in there, and it added my size. So, that's a little tip for you guys. But getting back to this actual sneaker release, these 2.0 Belugas were a general release, in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people I saw on Twitter were able to get a pair. There was definitely a lot of these made. The production number was high. The production information is everywhere. Yeezy Mafia posted. And so after I got a pair on Eastbay, I went over to Adidas and I had already had these sneakers in my cart. I somehow got past the splash page early on and was able to add them to my cart, and then I just wasn't able to check out. Then I went over to Eastbay and eventually did that whole thing and was able to get a pair. But while these were in my cart, I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can check out with them. So that's exactly what I did. And we've got a second pair of the Belugas. These are a size 12, by the way. I'm an 11.5 and I like to go a half size up. So I got a second pair, and my experience with Adidas was that I was able to add to cart and not able to check out. I literally tried to hit process payment like 20 million times that I'm like, all right, my credit card is gonna get shut down. There's no way that they're gonna let me buy these sneakers, and they're gonna say, oh, Adidas like $20,000. But I actually did check my bank account and no money was leaving, so I knew that the transaction actually wasn't going through. But eventually it did, and I have a friend that always asks me if I can get him Yeezys. He's the type of dude that thinks I can just get Yeezys at will. Like, I can pick up the phone and order 15 pairs, no problem. He watches my videos, but he's not like too into sneakers like that. He doesn't understand that this is still a hard shoe to get. So I'm gonna give these to him for retail, just to hook him up and kind of get him off my back. All right, so here is the Beluga 1.0 pair. So these are like a cleaner charcoal gray, and then these are like a dirtier gray. This gray looks a little bit more true, and then obviously these have that aggressive stripe on the side, and then these just say supply. This is more of like a highlighter orange, and then these are almost a red, I would say. I also like that these have the back tab. I think that's a nice detail, and I honestly feel like this sneaker is missing them. But, you know, still pretty similar. I would say the most drastic difference is obviously the orange stripe on the side, and then you can see a little bit of orange actually in the prime knit material on the upper of this shoe, but, you know, it just like pokes through just a little bit. I like this one. I don't know, man. I don't want to say I like this one better, but it's close. So, two Beluga 2.0s, and this was definitely a GR Yeezy release. I don't really want to use that term, actually. Is it a GR? I'm not really sure, but they made a lot of these pairs. That's gotta be true. There's no way that Adidas would let people still check out at like 5 in the afternoon. Like, that's when people were still eventually checking out on the Adidas site. Like, all day people were hanging out on the Splash site, and honestly I don't really like that tactic. I do like what the Sneakers app did with the off-white stuff, where it only lasted like 15-20 minutes, and if you got it, you got it. If you didn't, you didn't. Why doesn't Adidas make it so that you can only buy these from your phone on mobile? I don't know if bots run on phones. I don't know much about it. But anyway, just wanted to share these two pickups with you guys. Let me know what you think about this particular release and how Adidas has been handling the Yeezy releases down in the comment section. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new. A lot of videos just dropped on my channel, so if you missed any, go check them out, and then a bunch of stuff on the way. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.